All right, welcome back to the show. We're excited for this show. We really are. We're out here at Chase Field, cold beer and cheeseburgers. It's D-backs Half Day Club, first one of the year. Wolf, I know you love doing these shows out here. I would do every show out here. You know, I love doing it from Arizona Sports, but man, I love doing the shows out here at Chase Field. So don't confuse the frustration you're about to hear for the next 10 minutes with anything outside of the Phoenix Suns, because it's all about the Phoenix Suns.
Yes. Man, last night was a low point, was it not, Basin Orleans? It was a low point of the season right now. That was the least competitive game that we have seen the Suns play all year.
That's saying something.
You just have to say it. That was the least competitive game I have seen them play all year. And you have to ask the question, who's responsible for that?
I tell you, Wolf, I feel like we've been asking that question. I feel like a lot of people have been asking that question for, I don't know, let's say 2 months now, a month and a half. But it hasn't been as bad as it was last night. But we've been asking that question of what's going on this season. Okay, whose fault is this? And for me, it's not like because we got to blame this person. It's like because you got to fix this.
You got to fix it.
This embarrassing is the only word to describe last night. I tell you, I was watching that game, and I thought to myself, I never thought I would see Devin Booker on a team like this again. He already did his time in 2017 and 18 on these teams where it didn't matter what he did. And he went off in the first half last night, but it didn't matter, so much so that he really didn't even play much in the second half because they were down by 30 the whole night.
Yeah, even though he did record 30 minutes in the game, which was a little shocking to me because it didn't feel like it was 30 minutes during the game, but he did. Look, the Warriors dominated this game, as we all know, and what I didn't like is just how uncompetitive the Suns were. Did we expect the Warriors to win this game? Yes. Okay, could you have convinced me that they were going to win by double digits or more? Yes, I get that. Yet at the same time, when you go after one quarter, the Warriors were up by 13 at the end of the first quarter, up by 26 at the half. Do you see a trend? Up by 34 at the end of three quarters and up by 38 at the end of the game. The Suns never won a quarter. They never competed to me and never showed up. And that is shocking to say that about our Phoenix Suns.
Here is Brad. Let's start with Devin Booker, actually, after the game last night.
Like you said, there's no answer for it. There's no words for it. Nothing I can say can really make it better.
Yep. That's probably the best way to put it. Nothing anybody can say is going to make this any better. Here's Bradley Beal.
From a point of personal pride, this is embarrassing.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Nobody likes to lose, period. But losing by 30 and 40, we might as well not show it up.
Have you had too many games like this season?
Probably. I don't even remember at this point.
Yeah, for me, not like this. Not like this game. This was a white flag game. A white flag moment. The intensity level was nowhere close to what it needed to be. And to see them get beat every quarter, to see the lead only get bigger, that is an indictment of every dude who took the floor. Can I tell you that right now? It is. Call it what it is. And I guarantee you Devin Booker will be the first guy to say it. It's an indictment of every dude who took the floor. You can talk about the coach all you want, seriously. And he may have set the table. I don't know. I would know if I was inside that locker room. I would know the culture and what the vibe is on this team and what the culture is on this team. Or is there no culture on this team? I would know that. But I do know this. Once you get in between the lines, you can do something about it. They did not. They did not. To lose to the Warriors, yeah, okay.
It was expected.
I
you were
think
going to
we
lose.
could expect that. Even if they lost by double digits once again. To lose this way to the Warriors, this was a white flag moment. And I've seen fights break out in a locker room. I have seen it at halftime break out because dudes were waving the white flag.
That game last night drove home the point that you can't run anything back next year that even resembles this team. That's what that game drove home to me last night, because did we all expect them to lose to Golden State? Yeah. If they won that game, were they going to make the play-in? Probably not. But if you're on the team, your approach has to be a lot different than guys talking on sports radio or fans or whoever of, okay, yeah, even if they went out, they're probably not going to make it. Yeah, that's true. In reality, even if they had won out starting last night, they probably aren't going to make it because they've dug themselves too much of a hole. But you can't go play like that when you're still mathematically in it. Like, that's just, it's I don't know, man. Whether it's the coach or a bunch of players or what, like we had this conversation on the show when Kevin Durant got hurt a couple weeks ago or whatever it was. It feels like it was like 7 years ago because they're so bad when they don't have him right now. But we had the conversation of like, okay, we're going to see what this team is made of because they're now missing one of the best scorers in NBA history, and they may not have him next year. There's probably at least a 50% chance that they trade him this summer. So what are they going to look like next year? Wolf, if this is what they look like next year, they're going to go 0-82. Like, who are they going to beat playing like this?
Yeah, honestly, the first thing I thought of, too, was Book.
Yeah.
I did. What did Book do? Did Book go off last night? Did he walk in at halftime down 26 and go off? Guys, I can tell you right now, team leaders will do this from time to time. You know why, Basinonians? Because they're human. They're human beings. Especially when you go out and you get the sauce all worked up, you're out there competing and you're sweating, and suddenly you tap into the rage tree and you're out there competing and you're giving everything you've got. Man, sometimes you can lose your cool when you see guys who are not. Sometimes you can lose your cool when you see the results. Sometimes there are no answers for it, and you don't need answers for it. It's just the fact that you're down by 26 at the half. I've been in locker rooms where we've been down by 4 touchdowns at the half. Man, at some point in time, did Book go off? That's what I'd like to know. Did he go off, or has he gone off in the past?
It looked, and obviously this is just my interpretation, but it looked and sounded, and it's been this way, I would say, for a week or two now. He looks and sounds like a guy who has gone off multiple times this season, and he's just like, when does Sunday get here? At this point. And I don't mean that with the way he played. I mean, he did go off in the first half, points-wise. He didn't. I don't know that he had any points in the second half, and he didn't play at all in the fourth, didn't play much in the third. But it's just, he looked like a guy that, I don't know, he looked like we all feel watching. Like I said, I can't believe Devin Booker is on a team like this again. I can't believe he is surrounded by a team that can't compete with the good teams in the NBA.
Yes, the thing that is fascinating to me, and I've wanted to see this, is how do these guys respond to Devin Booker from this point forward? Okay, now I said that 5 games ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're looking at it. How have they responded to Devin Booker? I was interested in seeing this. How competitive would the Suns be? This Suns team be? How competitive would they be? I'm so jacked up I can't even talk right now, because I'm back there in the locker room, and I know what it's like. And you need leadership. You need guys who are not going to let you go out there and put what they put on that floor. You need guys to say, this is not going to happen. You need your best guys to be the ones saying that. And this is why leadership is so important. And the Warriors just continue to show why. Oddly enough, ironically enough, and don't play the isn't it ironic? Please don't play it. No, Rick, I'm like, don't cut her off. Cut her.
Just the fact that we're hearing that is ironic right now, with this mood.
Isn't it ironic? It was the Warriors that brought this game out of them.
Everybody in this stadium around us right now is very happy and joyous, and we're the two guys over here in left field yelling because we're talking about the Suns. I honestly thought you were going to go to the disappointments room today, Wolf, and then I thought maybe they should just rename the Suns Arena the disappointments room for the rest of this season, because that's basically what it has been.
I'm not going to go to the disappointments room today, and the reason being is because we are out here at Chase. If I were in studio,
well, there's always
studio
tomorrow.
News.
Good news, they play Oklahoma City tonight, so I'll see you in the studio tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.